Good evening. Top of the bill on Sportsnight tonight, FA Cup football. Now, last night, Andy Cole's late show put Manchester United in round 4.
Cole's there, and Cole's won it!
Les Ferdinand's last-minute effort saved Newcastle at Chelsea. We have tonight's replay from St James's Park.
Ferdinand, goalkeeper comes to meet, and Ferdinand has equalised!
Dane Whitehouse kept Sheffield United in business at Highbury. Another tough test for Arsenal tonight at Bramall Lane. And this goal by Ian Helliwell meant the cup holders Everton had to visit second division Stockport County tonight. After the football, we'll hear about cricket's own goal in the Devon Malcolm affair. And, of course, the goal for Will Carling is another England Grand Slam. We look ahead to the Five Nations Championship, which begins on Saturday. First, it's the Littlewood-sponsored FA Cup and those third-round replays. Alan Hansen keeping an eye on some terrific matches with us tonight. And we begin at Bramall Lane with First Division Sheffield United, yet to win under new manager Howard Kendall against the Arsenal. The winners home to Aston Villa in round 4. The commentary from Clive Tilsley.
Sheffield United take to the road to Wembley in the charge of a man who knows his way. Howard Kendall, a 17-year-old cup finalist as a player, a cup winner as a manager. He's only been here for a month or so, but already he's brought in 6 new players. The latest of them, Don Hutchison, is not eligible tonight, but Chris Short and Michel Vonk play in defence, Gordon Cowans and Mark Patterson in midfield, and David White in attack. There's also a new face in the Arsenal defence, and that's a rarity, but with Steve Bold injured and Nigel Winterburn suspended, 20-year-old Gavin McGowan is getting his chance at left back. One thing that never seems to change at Arsenal is the Ian Wright goal supply. 2 more last Wednesday night, took his team into the League Cup semi-finals and took his total to 139 Arsenal goals, a number that only John Radford and Cliff Bastin have ever bettered. Paul Durkin is the man in charge. There are 1 or 2 cup skeletons in Arsenal's closet. Millwall, Bolton, Wrexham. They've all caused major upsets at Arsenal's expense in recent years. McGowan in. Michel Vonk. Now Ward. Oh, the old stumble. Whitehouse with a header. It was Dane Whitehouse's goal past David Seaman in the last 12 minutes at Highbury, which made this replay necessary. And both he and Lee Dixon fell to the ground, but Whitehouse recovered sufficiently to test Seaman, to stretch him actually. Versus header, only as far as Cowans. Patterson. Paul Merson doing some good work down by his own corner flag. Got some more to do. Very coolly picking out David Platt. David White. Beautifully played for Mitch Ward. Chance for Beard. Kieran got in some kind of a challenge. And Carl Beard has to settle for a corner kick. What a pass from David White, though, to pick out Mitch Ward in the first place. Towards Tuttle at the near post, Keown did well again. Helder didn't do quite so well. This is Veert. Blocked by Jensen that time. Important work being done in front of David Seaman. Short, look at the space for him. Turned away to White. Oh! How unlucky can you be? Veert's there with a header. David White, a whisker away from giving Sheffield United the lead. David Seaman didn't know it had happened. Broke off Jensen and just bounced a yard the right side of the line as far as Seaman was concerned. Header away was by Tuttle. Dixon. There's Platt. That's the sort of area that we became so accustomed to seeing him in with Aston Villa, and he was last a part of the English scene. He's done that once or twice for England down the years too. Held up. Ian Wright running free. And Bonk making up for his earlier mistake. And then Cowan's giving it back to Wright. And now held up. Well, he did eventually break his Arsenal duck at Middlesbrough on Saturday. The 36th time of asking Glenn held up. But his finishing has not been the most impressive part of his play in England. And for that, Gordon Cowans will be mighty thankful. Foul by McGowan on Ward. Out comes the yellow card. It was his 20th birthday just yesterday, Gavin McGowan. And this is only his 6th senior appearance for Arsenal. It's like trying to break into a secret sect, getting a place in that Arsenal back four. I think Bruce Rioch just has a rubber stamp which he puts on the team sheet. Dixon, Adams, Bold, Winterburn, but not at the moment. Box header. He's a big man, Michel Vonk, 6'3". McGowan has found Bergkamp. This is held up. Jensen. Dixon. Merson. More promise about this Arsenal attack. Squeeze back to Bergkamp. Set up for Lee Dixon. First clear sign of goal that an Arsenal player's had. Paul Merson pulled it back for Dennis Bergkamp, and he just rolled it invitingly into the path of Lee Dixon. Stoppage time at the end of the first half. Held up. Here's Bergkamp. Going for goal. Alan Kelly hasn't had much to do. He was outstanding, of course, against Bergkamp and Holland at Anfield in that European Championship playoff game before Christmas. But he hasn't been stretched this evening. Bergkamp. Good strong defending by Vonk. White to Patterson. Whitehouse is on his way. And what a pass that is from Mark Patterson. Dane Whitehouse against Andy Linnigan. He's done well, and Mark Viet has done very well. And at last, Sheffield United take the lead. What a really good goal. Howard Kendall trying to hide his emotions, but he must be proud of that. Beautifully played into the path of Whitehouse, who just stood Linnigan up, stole half a yard. Viet got ahead of Keown at the near post, and Sheffield United take a deserved lead. What a pass from Mark Patterson, though, to spring the Arsenal defence. And for once, the central defenders lost their man. Almost a resigned look on Bruce Rioch's face then. Mitch Ward. He's done well. Chris Shaw. It's there again, but so too are the big hands of David Seaman. Paul Merson. He's run straight into trouble in the shape of Patterson. And this is Tuttle. And this is Veer. White. Bit of bravado now in the Sheffield United ranks. They're actually making a one-goal lead look reasonably comfortable. Mitch Ward. Chris Shaw. Nice move, show about the cross. Oh, well left by right. This is Dennis Bergkamp. Now Paul Merson. Well, there were three in there. Merson couldn't pick out any of them. Tony Adams had got forward. Here and appealing for offside, but he has to deal with it. Last 15 minutes. Platt's in there. Attack that. Showed an appetite for goal there, David Platt. It was inviting from Linnigan, but Platt went there with real purpose. Loose one from Linnigan. Veer. Now Ward. Viet this time is short. Now Cowans. Some spin on that. Broke kindly for Merson to feed Bergkamp. And now Wright! Some good defending there by Michel Vonk. Made it difficult for Ian Wright. Wright applauds the service. There hasn't been much service tonight. He actually got in front of Vonk, but the big man was there blocking out the light. Bergkamp. Good challenge by Patterson, on by Veer. Here goes White. David White. Powerful ground shot from David White. Took responsibility, forced Seaman to make the save. Ian Wright. Now or never for Arsenal. Took the deflection and hit the post. It's a corner. Well, they've been in some tight corners in the past, Arsenal, but if ever they've needed a goal from Ian Wright, it's now. Last 5 minutes. Helder will take the corner. In goes Platt. Good chance. Didn't miss by much, but he wasn't far out. After Ian Wright had clipped the outside of the post via Tuttle. Oh, and there was a touch from Kelly too, and that might just have made the difference from the goalkeeper. It's a bit hectic back there now, more so than at any other stage of the night. But Sheffield United, to the delight of their supporters, are hanging in. And let's not forget this Sheffield United team are still to win a game for him. Merson to Helder. Would be a great way to get off the mark tonight. Can Arsenal stop him? Merson. Past Patterson. Jabbed into Flower. It's Ward who gets it away. They're defending those trenches manfully. Steered in by McGowan. Steered away by Patterson. David White. And here goes Carl Veer, the Australian who got the all-important goal. He's got support too. Glenn Hodges is forward. It'll come for him. And he'll just slow it down. The seconds, the last few seconds ticking away agonisingly slowly. We have played a minute of stoppage time, and Cowans has found Hodges. In goes White. Out it goes by Linnigan. McGowan. One back by Short. Pull back. Be it! Oh, what a save that is from David Seaman. Well, if Arsenal do dig themselves out of this hole, and it's very unlikely, that will be remembered as one of the moments in the FA Cup this season. An astonishing stop by David Seaman, denying Carl Veer her second goal. Mark Patterson. Mitch Ward. Glenn Hodges. Arsenal can't save it without the ball. Well, the third round of the FA Cup never fails to disappoint. There's always something to remember it by, and this year it's another early exit for Arsenal at the hands of struggling Sheffield United, in the masterful hands now of Howard Kendall. Wembley is still in Arsenal sights in the Coca-Cola Cup. In the FA Cup, it's Howard Kendall and Sheffield United that will host Aston Villa in the fourth round on Sunday week. And Villa won't like what they've seen tonight one little bit.